Hey you guys, this is my first video on YouTube, and I had my first day of classes today at college, University of South Alabama, and I was sitting in class and I realized, man, it's been a long time since I've been a freshman, and if I would know the stuff I know now that I did when I was a freshman, life would have been so much easier for me. So I'm just gonna tell you a few facts, a few things that'll help you out as freshmen that someone should have told you. So, alright. Okay, very important thing, number one, that saved me, and the one time I didn't use it, I was totally screwed. It's a website called rateyourprofessors.com, and while you're registering, check your teachers on that website. Make sure they have good ratings, and make sure, like, it's the other college students rating them. The one time I didn't use it, it was for Math for Elementary 101, or like the 101 class. And I was like, oh, how hard could it be? It's elementary math. I'm just take this woman. Even though she had horrible, horrible reviews, took her class, I've never cried so much. That was the hardest class I've ever had to take, and I'm sorry, I didn't use it. So, and the next time I used it for elementary math, like 102, check the teacher out. She got good ratings, blah, 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 ace the class. So, and that's tip number one. My second one would definitely be half.com is a miracle. It's affiliated with eBay, and where you can sell your books and buy your books, and a lot of times it's college students selling and buying books, so they're going to be really, really cheap. And if you've already bought your books and you're like, oh crap, blah, 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 oh well, you can always just sell your books back online, because if you sell them back to the school, they're really not going to give you crap. One semester, I think I sold my books back. I bought my books for like almost $600, and I almost made, I think it was like over $400 by selling them back. So it's really good because it's college students helping other college students. What I usually do, because it takes probably a week at the most to send it off, or for you to receive it. It kind of takes a little while because it's media mail. I don't know why it takes that long. But what I usually do is maybe a month or 3 weeks before school starts, I go into the university bookstore, I look at all the books I need, write the IBSN number, I think it's called, write that down, go to half.com. When you search for it, just type in that number and all these will pop up. A lot of times you can have used, poor, you can get used, new. To me, I like the good condition books. Those are the ones that already have the highlights. Yeah, they have like bent corners and stuff, but that's less highlighting I have to do, and I'm glad someone highlighted it for me. So that's my second tip. Okay, my third tip would be if you're going to college with like maybe your friends or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you're trying to get the same class with them, do not waste the money buying more than one book, because it's just a waste of money. You know, a lot of times you can photocopy them or scan certain pages you need, or share them or study together. There's no point in both of you spending $80 on one book. So that's what I usually did with my boyfriend or my friends. We would just share a book and just scan what we needed to, especially with like workbooks and labs. I mean, if you have friends, just go, hey, you know, can I just scan your copies, you know, make it a lot easier. Or what I would usually do if I was choosing a class for next semester and I know a friend that already took it and already had the class, I ask them, what professor did you take? I take that professor. That way she or he can let me borrow that book, and I can do vice versa. That way, you know, you only have to spend money on books and you guys can trade. So that is my third tip. Okay, my fourth tip would be when you register for your classes, a lot of people are like, oh, I hate, you know, they're scared to take night classes, or they'd rather take day classes. Night classes really aren't that bad. For one, the teacher most part doesn't want to be there, lets out of class early. To me, they have the once a week classes. I don't know if I know they have at my school, which are 2.5 hours. They're like 6 to 8:30, and they're only once a week. And it's got a lot of information. It's not a lot of BS going around. However, the teachers most likely want to get out of there on time, or even earlier, because they don't want to be there just as much as you don't want to be there. I mean, I probably would say out of all those classes I've taken, maybe like 4 of those type classes, I would maybe stay after, maybe for 2 hours, and that was like before an exam. So night classes are awesome, especially once a week, because you only have to go once a week, and most likely you're going to get out early anyways. That's my tip number 4. Finally, tip number 5. Okay, you're in college. I know you're scared, but college is nothing like high school. People aren't going to be looking at your clothes. People are going to look at your shoes. I look like crap half the time. I'm like in sweats, and a lot of people are just going there for the same thing. They're there to get an education. You know, you're not going to meet as many friends. There's not going to be any cliques like there are in high school. And, I mean, it's college, you know. Make friends in college. That way you can exchange notes and stuff. You don't have to dress super nice because it's college. And just relax. Stop, you know, oh God, I have to get this done. It's a lot easier. In a couple months, you're going to be like, I love college. So that's my tips of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I hope they're helpful to you. Because I know if someone would have told me all this when I was a freshman, it would have saved me a whole lot of trouble. So, alright. Say bye, YouTube.